Hi everyone, it's Gwen from Rustic Diva Design, and I have a walkthrough video for you with this vintage Lakeside paper collection kit that I made using a tutorial by Debbie at Project 39 Mini Albums. This album is 8.5 by 8.5 with a 2.5-inch spine. There's 4 pages in the album, but let me start off by saying a couple of things. I'm going to link the tutorial for Debbie's video in the description for this video, and there are several parts to her video. So I'm gonna just link her walkthrough video she used, so that you know what you're looking at. She used Graphic 45's paper collection called Life's a Bowl of Cherries, I believe. It's a cherry themed paper collection. I think that's what it's called. So in her videos, I think there's several, because she goes through from start to finish, making the cover, making the pages, and decorating the entire album. So I'll link all those. When you click on her video, you'll get a description. In her description box, she has a link to all the other videos in her tutorial, so that you can follow along if you want to make this album. This was a pretty big project. I'll tell you right away, it does use quite a bit of paper. So keep that in mind when you're constructing your album. The only thing different, well, there's a couple things I did different. I didn't do exactly as she did. I made my pages differently than she did. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I made the pages for this album. If you want to do it my way or if you want to do it her way, either one. But at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I made my pages, because I didn't use the hinge system. I just did the L hinge page where the 1/4 inch is glued to the spine. So I'll show you how I made my pages. So just to start off with, I used, like I said, the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Lakeside collection kit for this project. So I used the 12 by 12 papers. I also used the 6 by 8 paper pad, and I used the basic kit, which is just the solids that go with the Simple Stories collections. And then I used the chipboard stickers, and I also used some of the bits and pieces from the collection here. So let's get into the album first. So on the cover, I didn't do anything elaborate on the cover. It's, like I said, this is an 8.5 by 8.5 album. So my theme was more fishing. There's some hunting things in here too, but I just wanted to highlight some of the fishing stuff. So I just matted with this 2 different papers on the cover. I double matted with some green that I had, and then I used this chipboard sticker on the bottom. I popped this cut apart up on chipboard. I used this little tag from the bits and pieces, tied a ribbon at the top, and then another piece from the bits and pieces, and just popped this up. Here's another ephemera piece here, and then just some enamel dots in the corner. So nothing extravagant for the cover. And then the spine, I just matted it, and then I added this piece here from the bits and pieces, and I popped it up on foam. And then the back is just this paper here, the fish. So not much to that. So in the inside, now ready, because there's a lot to it. Okay, so the inside cover, we'll start with that, is just 2 pockets I put graphic 45 tags in these pockets and matted those. So there's one here, and then this one here, and then this is just a piece from the 6x8 that I cut on my die cutter and made this tag. And then this here, this piece, side piece here, is just a decorative piece. You'll see that when, if you watch Debbie's tutorial. I just followed along what she was doing for most of the tutorial. So I just did here what she did in hers. Obviously, I didn't have the same type of things that she was going for, so I just made do with what I had. So these are just little pieces of ephemera that I popped up on some foam here just to give it some dimension. So page 1 starts with this flap, which is also a pocket that holds another tag that's matted. And then this flips open this way, and let me get that in here for you, just as another little piece here. And then there's a flap here and here with some photo mats. And then I added this piece here just as a tuck spot for photos. Okay, and that closes up. And then each page, like I said, there's 4 pages, is the side pocket page, and there's a photo mat in each one of those, like that. And those just go in the side, and I'm going to show you how I made mine, like I said. So the next page is just a pocket page, and then it has this little photo mat in the inside with the flap here. So again, I was following Debbie's decorating style. I didn't have what she had, so I made it work using what I had. And then just these little photo mats here, and some of these are cut aparts, which works well. And then there's room for photos on the back, and that just slips in this pocket here. And then I added just another ephemera piece here. And then this side has the belly band with a photo mat on both sides, and that just slips in like this. And then this opens again to this side. And this is another flap with photo mats here. And then I just wanted to give this something a little extra, so I fussy cut this image out of one of the papers and double matted it, and then popped it up on some chipboard. And then I used a piece of the chipboard here, and then an ephemera piece here. The next page, page 2. So this is all, page 1 is all of this, okay? All of that. And don't let that discourage you. It's easy to do if you follow her directions. So this, on this page, page 2, this is another photo area here that flips up to reveal more photo mats. And then it opens this way for more photo mats. I added another tuck spot here with a piece of ephemera. And then I also, I had the frames, the chipboard frames. So I just added one of those to one of the white photo mats here, just to add some character and dimension, and I think it looks pretty cute like that. And this closes with a magnet. The magnet is here and here. So, and that frame doesn't get in the way of the magnet, so that worked out well. And then again, in the side pocket, there's another photo mat. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Like so, with the tab. And that goes back in here. And then the next side is 2 pockets, which open like this, and they are magnetized. And then this big area here for photos. And then there's tags in each pocket, like that. Same with here, they're the exact same thing. And then the next page is another, this is just a decorative piece on the front. I used a cut apart here and did some extra matting and kind of fussy cut a little bit on this piece here. And then this opens like so. Let me get this all in here for you. It's a lot. So there's a flap on this side, and then in the middle, this flips up to reveal more photo areas. And that's held together with a magnet. And then again, there is the photo mat in the pocket, like that, on the side. And then the next page opens like so. This is magnetized with some more photo areas. And then I just made a tuck spot here out of a piece of ephemera. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Sometimes there's so many things in here you forget where they all are. And then this last page is another, this is a cut apart, cut apart that I double matted, and then it opens this way to reveal a pocket here and some areas for journaling, and then inside is a photo mat like that, and that goes in here nicely, and then it closes. And then this last flap, I'm trying to get it all in for you, also opens one more time to give you all of this. Can you get it all in there? There's a lot. Okay, so that closes that way and then closes that way, and then there's a magnet here. And then again, another photo mat in the pocket. I can't get that out, so I'll just leave that in there. So then on the last page, there is this flip up. This is super cute. I love her decorating style, the way she incorporated her pattern papers and how she put things together, things I'd never thought of doing before. So this is really cool, and it gives you a chance to use up a lot of your scraps too, which is really nice. So that just closes like that. There may have been a magnet here. I don't remember, but I didn't put one on. And you don't really need it. This stays closed really nice by itself. And then I just added a piece of ephemera here, or maybe that was from the sticker sheet. I'm not sure. And then on the back cover, inside back cover, is a big pocket that is held down with this cut apart that I double matted with a magnet, and so it opens up to this large pocket area here, and let me just get you all of that in there. And then there's a photo mat in here, just one, but there's room for lots of photos in this pocket by itself. And there you go. So there is the album. There's quite a bit to it. So let me just show you, if you can see, I don't know how I want to show. Okay, it's better to see here. So this is like the L hinge page where this 1/2 inch piece is glued directly to the spine. Okay, so that's, or the waterfall method, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So even though there's side pockets, you know, on these, you can make your pages so that you have side pockets. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. If you want to make your pages exactly like I did with mine, I'm loving this L hinge page method because it's so simple. You don't have to make that extra hinge and figure out, you know, all of your measurements and fold and glue and fold and glue, and you know how you do that? I'm tired of that. So I like to do it this way, and it honestly, they hold up. I mean, it works. Even for as monstrous as this album is, it works. So I'm going to show you how I made my pages right now. So in an 8.5 by 8.5 album, your pages are going to be, let's see, what size? Yeah, 8 by 8. Actually, yes. 8 by 8 pages, because they're a 1/2 inch shorter than your album cover. So to make your pages, let me just grab my notes so I don't forget anything. You will need, if you're making 4 pages, so you're going to have to do this for all 4 pages because they're exactly the same. So you're going to need a piece of solid cardstock that measures 8 3/4 by 8. And on the 8 3/4 by 8 piece, you're going to score it. Let me get this out of here. With the 8 3/4 side at the top, you're going to score at 1/2 and at 3/4. Okay? Then you need a piece of solid cardstock that measures 8 by 9. And I've already sort of prepped my stuff for you, so it didn't take as long. So on the 9-inch side at the top, the 9 inches is up here, you're going to score at 1/2 and at 8.5. Okay? And we're going to take these 2 pieces and we're going to glue them together so that you have a side pocket for your photo mats that go in there, like I have. Okay? So let me put this back together. So use your 8 3/4 by 8 sheet first. That's what we're working with here. So you have these 2 score lines, 1/2 and 3/4. So fold on your score lines, and I'm using practice paper, so mine's a little bit more flimsy. So you're scoring here, and then you're also scoring on that 3/4 inch or 1/2 inch mark, I'm sorry. And this is what's going to give you your hinge to glue to the spine of your album, this piece right here, okay? Then take your 8 by 9 piece, and we scored at 1/2 inch and 8.5, and so just fold on your score lines. Fold. And now we're going to put this together. I am going to give these just a little miter, just a little bit on the top, on the each corner. Whoops. Just butt your scissors up to the score line and miter that. I just like to do that. Am I getting this in here for you? Sorry. Okay. Now you have your 2 folds, and you have, so we're going to turn this, your page goes like this, okay? Here's your hinge. Flip it over like this, okay? And then we have our 2 flaps, 2 1/2 inch scores on each side of the page, okay? We're going to glue those this way so that you have your side pocket here. Make sense? So when I'm gluing, there's my glue. Hopefully this cooperates now, because you know how that goes, the glue bottle. First, you know, if you need to fold this down so that you can see exactly where your lines are, go ahead and do that, because that's what I do. Dry fit. Do a dry fit first, okay? Because we want everything to match up And we're gonna go all the way to the second score line here when we glue it. Let me get this in here. My lighting is not very nice today. So you have the 1/2 inch and then the 3/4. Go up to this, but don't glue on top of that, okay? So let's start by gluing this down like so. So just add your glue to the tab. And then you're going to line it up at the top and at the side so that everything is even. And check at the bottom. And my paper is a little bit wonky because I'm using practice paper, and these thin practice papers never ever work out as good as I use the Artisan cardstock. So then you're just gonna glue this down. Okay? And then when you open it up, then we have this tab at the top that needs glue, and then this side so that it glues down like this, and then you have your side pocket. Make sense? So I'm gonna add glue here. Like so. And then I'm just gonna put glue on this piece here. And then just bring that together and line everything up nice. And you may have to, you know, pick it up and look. Again, mine is going to be off just a little because this paper is not very nice. So get it as close as you can. Once you do that, and then you just glue these down. Like that. Ta-da! There's your page. So flip it over so you can start with your side one. You have your 1/2 inch hinge and then your 1/4 inch gusset, so it gives you room for your page to move. And then this side is your tunnel, your pocket for your photo mats. Okay, so that's it. That's how I made my pages. Again, if you're making this size album, you'll need 4 pages made exactly like that, or you can follow Debbie's instructions on how she made her pages as well. So when I made mine, I just made these plain, you know, just like this for each page, and then all the little extras that come with it. I just followed the instructions on the tutorials. So this is a page, like say page 1, you know, you're adding this extra flap here, and you're going to add these flaps also to the page, which is totally fine. It works. It works very nicely. And then, you know, your pockets and all that stuff. So there you go. That is the vintage Lakeside 8.5 by 8.5 mini album that I created. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get answers to you quickly. If I didn't explain everything clearly enough, sometimes that happens. So go ahead and ask me if you have any questions. Feel free. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would do that for more crafty projects and tutorials and all sorts of stuff. And as always, thank you for watching.